Goodbye, old road. So I'm going to start by taking my fleet of buses off the layout. With my fleet of buses off the layout, I have watery soap here. As you can see, this is very, very watered down. It's a very watered down concentration. I do not know the part numbers, so how many parts to soap and water. It's whatever looks good. It will most likely work. Very little amounts of soap will do the job. So, with this, all the old gravel road is going to come out. There's going to be a wider, two-laned country asphalt road, and it's going to be straight. It's not going to be curvy like the old one. So I'm going to start by putting some soapy water, not much, but a little bit, where I want the scenery to get picked up. This will loosen whatever adhesive you decided to use. I'm going to do the same with the parking lot here. So that's coming up too. Now I am using a little much, but it's not the end of the world. Now I'm doing almost everything around the road pretty much. That's up here forwards, because all this has to go. Because there's going to be lots of construction going on here. So all that needs to come. So I'm going to let this soak in. I recommend you let it soak into the glue and to the scenery just around 5 minutes. And once that has soaked in, it shall be super easy to just take a chisel and chisel it up. Now, what I recommend is either a chisel, depending upon what kind of scenery you're taking up. A chisel's probably going to do it. A chisel will do it no matter what. But with softer scenery, you can also use a putty knife. Now, we just happened to buy our sour cream in bulk, so these are the size containers that we buy our sour cream in from Gordon Food Services. Anywho, I have loads of these containers. Well, what I mean by that's one, because we actually do use them for food, other than sour cream. So I have one for the train room, and I use that generally for everything. So, what you can do is you can remove scenery like this, which you'll get a thin layer on the top, but what I highly recommend is actually just an ordinary chisel. You can do it upside down, or you can do it this way. I have to let that soak in for a little bit longer, and then I'll be back. So now I have the road and all the old scenery up. There is still a very thin layer of soap residue on this here, and I want to remove that. I use this product here. They're not sponsoring me, I just use it. It's called Quick Clean Disinfectant. It helps get rid of soap residue. It also, just helps get rid of soap residue. So, I'm going to spray this on here. You don't have to go crazy with it. You just gotta lightly cover it, and then just wipe it up. So right here was the original road. As you can see, there's ballast there. It will make my life a lot easier if I move the road over here. Then I won't have any ballast. Ballast causes some problems. First of all, you'll have a very, 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 very thin layer of plaster Pierce on the top of the rail. The great thing about not having any ballast on the track is the plaster of Paris will ooze into the track, making a tighter bond to the track. I'm not talking about the outside of the road, I'm talking about the actual inside of the road. That will be a better bond if there's no ballast there, because it can ooze in, it has more surface to grab onto. So I'm going to start off with one side of my road. That's going to be the outside of the road, the outside line of the road. So I'm going to start with that. So if you don't already know, we have fish for the inside curve, I'm going to use this smaller fish food container. For the outside curve, I'm going to use this bigger fish food container. So, you can just barely see it, but there's a line. That's going to be the outside of the road. That's going to be the inside of the road. So, Woodland Scenics makes a product. That product is for making roads. I do not have that product. I do not intend in getting that product. Now, I do have single-sided foam tape, but I don't have nearly enough to do this road. And plus, that would be using materials that I can use for something else. What I have here is lots of spare N-scale roadbed from when I did the track for Module 1 and Module 2A a long time ago. So, I'm going to use up all this old roadbed on making this road. To hold the roadbed down to the layout, I'm going to use electrical tape, probably along with screws or something. I do not have an N-scale ruler, so what I'm going to do is use two of my buses. I'm going to put them side by side. Leave a little bit of space. I would say that should look good. This is the center line. So that's how wide my road is going to be. So this road in HO scale is 16.5 feet. So, that concludes part 1 of roads. Next time you come back, we're probably either the whole road's going to get finished, or I'm going to do time lapse of me doing the rest of the road. There's going to be 3 parts to this. So when those parts come, however they come, is what it's going to be. So, have a great day. Happy motor roading. Bye.